What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, aka the Wealth Prince, back here to bring you guys the watch list for this week. Now, please bear in mind that we are now into October, and that means we're into the last quarter of the year. So this could get very interesting. Of course, September was bearish, as we all know, but now we're into October, and the beginning has been pretty good. Of course, it was only one day; it was Friday. But in this video, I'm going to check a few different stocks out, look at a few different charts, and then we can talk about, maybe some of the indices that you guys are seeing on the right hand side here. Maybe we could talk about that at the end of the video. So to start off with, as you guys probably know, automakers have been struggling a little bit recently. If you've seen what's been happening with the chip shortages, so all those EV stocks, Lucid, Neo, ChargePoint, Blink, maybe Nikola as well. And the one I want to start talking about is Tesla, of course, the big one, the biggest one out there. Now, Tesla announced some impressive delivery numbers, and I posted a screenshot in the Discord covering their Q3 delivery numbers. But basically, they overachieved and they beat analyst expectations. Now, that is the fundamental analysis. But if you talk about technical analysis, then we all know that Tesla's trying to get back up to the $800 range. It was there around 6 months ago, $800, and we're trying to get back to that this week. Now, last week it did touch it briefly, but I think this is the week where we finally see it hit 800. So what that means is, well, right now it's in the $760 range. It's $775 range, and that means I'm going to be looking at 800 calls for October, maybe October 8th or October 15th. I'm not completely sure yet. Depends how Tesla starts off the week and what I'm seeing with the buying momentum and all that kind of stuff. But I do believe that Tesla has some potential to hit $800 this week. I honestly think we're going to go back above this 200-day SMA and start uptrending back to where it was, where it briefly touched last week a couple times. If you look at where Tesla was at the beginning of last week, Monday, we briefly touched 799 and we were very close to the 800 mark. But yeah, again, this is the week where I think we go past the $800 mark. So if you're seeing the $800 call expiring, this Friday or even 15th of October, and you say, you know what, I don't have enough money for those, what you can do, because you're trading options, is go for an 850 call, 860 call. But what that means is you're going to have to manage your risk and manage your trade, because if you leave it till Thursday, Friday, time decay is going to eat up your option, and you're going to end up probably losing money if Tesla, drops back down, starts dipping again one of the days, etc. So please manage your trade. You can trade the out the money options, the ones that are really far out the money. But again, you need to be smart with your trade. If Tesla starts uptrending from 775 to like 795, maybe once we get closer to the $800 mark, you might want to start taking profits, or managing your trade, doing what you need to do to get out of the trade. But yeah, Tesla is one that I'm definitely looking at this week. That's why I started off by Tesla. And of course, I started off this video speaking about automakers and semiconductors and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of brings me on to the next two, NVDA, ticker symbol NVDA, and then obviously we're going to look at AMD after that. But NVIDIA, I'd like to see a pullback towards the 200-day SMA, so around $205. If it goes below that, I'll be interested to see how far it falls. I don't think it will fall below $200, but it might be. It might be coming. I don't think it will, but it could happen. If it does happen, I'll definitely be loading up. But yeah, for now, I'm looking to see that potential upwards movement back to at least the 218, 219 range, the 200-day SMA line, and then of course we can start looking at going past that back up to 225 range. But there's a kind of resistance around here. So AMD is the other one I mentioned. And AMD kind of follows on from NVIDIA, but it's a lot cheaper as a stock itself. Now with AMD, I'm looking for a similar pattern to NVIDIA, trying to trend upwards towards that 200-day SMA, and then after a bit further to maybe around the $110 mark. In case of it falling, well, it will be interesting to see how low it drops. Of course, there's a little bit of $100 support right there, but if it drops below $100, then it could end up getting a bit difficult for us. But again, I think this has got a nice little potential to run up a little bit. We traded AMD, I believe, either this past week or the week before, and we've made plenty of money off AMD in the past. So please do keep your eyes out on AMD, because Once it starts moving, it can move very quickly, and as you can see, it's really respecting this 8-day EMA. So if you see that 8-day EMA giving kind of an indication of upwards trend, then please look out for those AMD calls. I would be looking at the $107 to $110 range. October 15th, maybe a little bit further out. If you want to risk October 8th, you can as well, but you just got to be more cautious of how you trade. We'll look at a few more stocks. Well, maybe just a couple, maybe one or two. First of all, I want to go with Snapchat, and this is an interesting chart because I believe it's got potential. Once it crosses that 200-day SMA to move all the way up to not the previous highs, but somewhere near enough that. So maybe the $80 range. It might end up just going to what, around 77, the high 77s, maybe $78 before pulling back again. But Snapchat sort of heavy last week. It went from the highs the previous Friday to up at $83 to lows of $71 this past week. But that just means we have more potentials because if you zoom out a little bit more, you can see Snapchat has been bullish over the past 6 months. Year to date, over the past year, it's been bullish. And again, we just reached all-time highs the previous Friday, and it just means that we've got opportunity right now to go from this range where we're at right now up towards $81, $82, and eventually all-time highs. But if you're looking at trading the short-term options on this one, then please just manage your risk, give yourself enough time. Don't go for a call way out the money because you end up losing your money. Honestly, if it doesn't expire in the money and you hold it too long, time decay is going to eat up your contract, and then you're going to be suffering because you're going to lose money or you're going to let a green trade turn red. Last but not least, let's go with the Chinese stock, Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. I believe this has been on my watch list a couple times now, but I'm still looking at it because it's put season for this one. And if you're looking at long-term stock to buy and hold, this is also one I'd definitely look at. But right now, I think we're going back to the $140 and then eventually maybe the $133 range. You guys can see this blue line here. But right now, it's definitely put seasons for this one. It's trading below the 8-day EMA. It's trading pretty much very bearish the past few weeks. And I don't really like this one for call options. So if you're looking at getting call options because you think it's going to reverse and start trading back up to 150, 160, whatever, well, no, maybe it might have a good day or two, like it did this past week, where it trends up to $155. But that might just be one lucky day. And if you're going to trade it that way, then you're really going to have to snipe it. If you're less of an experienced trader, just look at the puts because it just seems to keep bleeding. And if it does run up, then that should have you keeping an even closer eye on the puts. Again, Alibaba long term, yes, love it for a nice buy and hold. Great discount at these prices, but short term, it's just puts on this one. It's just purely puts. Again, might have one good day or two good days, but if you want to just manage your trade a little bit more, give yourself enough time to expiry. So now lastly, just going to look at these indexes on the right hand side here. The first one is S&P 500, second one is NASDAQ, third is Dow Jones. All three of them had a nice day on Friday, which obviously meant the VIX had a horrible day because the VIX is inverse of these. So please, yeah, keep your eyes out on these indexes, see how they do. You've got platforms like TradingView that you can use to spot these out. And I mean, hopefully October is a bullish month. If not, hopefully Q4 is bullish because we would love to make some money off the stocks that we own in our portfolios and of course the call options as well. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm looking forward to seeing how this week pans out. Please do keep your eyes out on cryptocurrencies as well. It's always interesting seeing what they do. But yeah, overall, please make sure you guys check out the Discord. I'll be posting my full watch list in the Discord so you guys can see what I'm trading, what I plan on trading, how I trade it. Please also check out the stock option starter pack. That is definitely one which can help you when it comes to call options, put options, my trading strategies, common trading strategies. If you want to see me, live trade, I do some of that in there as well, showing you guys how I find my plays. And lastly, check out all the different links in the description below. And you guys know the deal. Be back here next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.